we're able to capture your words by way of speaking your book. We capture your tone, your voice, your content, your book. The only thing you're not doing is putting your fingers on the keyboards.
The vast majority of people want to have a book. They want to take their ideas and put it out there. But they don't want to go through the brain damage of what that takes.
When you're working with professionals, when you're working with an infrastructure and a process that's proven and works, that's a relief. That allows for the real ideas to bubble to the surface so you don't have to be the one that's managing the entire process. They keep you on rails, they keep you focused, and they allow for your ideas to get amplified in the most beautiful, perfect, poetic way so that you can affect the most lives.
So in your first call with us, you're going to speak to the author strategist. Here's what we're looking to accomplish on this call. What is your book idea? Do you have enough content for a book? Why are we writing this book? Is it for lead generation? Is it for thought leadership? Is it for credibility? Maybe it's a memoir. We want to find out, do you have a book?
I came to this process knowing that I had a bunch of books that I wanted to write, and I just didn't know which one. And the positioning process helped me identify which specific book it was I was going to write and then who it was really for.
So your North Star doc and your positioning, what this is for is so that we align with our audience, the audience that you're trying to speak to. What's your book idea? What's your content? Who are we speaking to? Let's make sure that the content that you have to share aligns with your reader. And we're going to put that into your North Star doc, and that's going to be the guiding star to make sure we all stay aligned throughout the entirety of the book process. So many people have a great idea, but they have no clue how to structure a book. What chapter goes where? What paragraph happens at which point? This is a critical part where this is where we assist you in structuring your book so it makes sense to your reader, to your audience.
You don't have to think about coming up with the outline and figuring out which parts of those make sense to become a chapter and what questions you need to answer, because at each step of the way, you're paired with somebody who does just that. So all you need to do is let the ideas come out.
One of the hardest things to do is to think and type or write at the same time. With our process, you get to sit back, grab your beverage of choice, let us speak to you, let us interview you, let us pull those detailed stories. You have forgotten more about your topic than we're ever going to know. So as we dive into those details of your stories, that's what's going to make for a great book, and that's what we're going to capture here.
It's very different to internally think of what might be interesting to the general public as opposed to what somebody who is interested actually takes out of you with the questions they ask, the process they take you through.
These were the questions that I knew I needed to ask myself, but I was never going to ask myself. They go there with those hard questions. And a lot of the best content in my mind came from those interviews.
When it comes to editing, your scribe is actually going to take your interviews and put them into a beautifully written manuscript. It's going to be written in your tone, your voice, your content, your book. And the beauty of this is you don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, do I have spelling mistakes? Do I have structure mistakes? Do I have copy editing mistakes? That's for all of us to ensure that your manuscript is perfect.
I didn't hire a ghostwriter for a reason. I needed this to be from my words, my heart.
When I got my manuscript, I was really excited to see my ideas and my words and my point of view and my voice reflected on the page, because through the interview process, the editor did such a good job of getting inside my head and really digging deep to get those ideas out of me. I felt like he almost knew as much about my business and what I was trying to write as I did.
Publishing and distribution. So now we're getting to the fun part. We're going to design your cover. We're going to do the interior layout. We're going to nail the details of font size, spacing, all of those things that are quality, and making sure you have a professionally done book. a book that you'll be proud to have on your nightstand, your coffee table, your office desk, and more importantly, when we publish it on Amazon.
It was an extraordinary sense of relief to know that this thing that I was trying to do for 11 years and doing a terrible job of even getting it out there was finally going to get done and be done professionally by people who knew how to do it.
Marketing. Congratulations, first and foremost, your book is published. So what we're going to do during this first week is what we call first week promotions. We're going to build the foundation of your book to ensure long-term success. We're going to maximize reviews, and here's the real exciting part. We're going to make your book #1 in its category.
Tucker and Zach were really great about partnering with me on figuring out what bloggers do we know, what publications can write about this, who can we hit to review the book, publish excerpts of the book, and really get the word out there.
There's no other place you should go if you want to get your ideas onto paper, because this process is completely unique.
It's not whether you have a great idea for a book. It's, are you actually going to do it?